After the outbreak, reopening Rochester.
Okay, so when can we all begin to go back to, shall we say, our new normal? And what would that process even look like? It's a topic KIMT News 3 is exploring starting tonight in our 5-part series, After the Outbreak, Reopening Rochester. KIMT News 3's Jessica Bringy virtually sat down with experts in the medical and economic fields. She has what they believe needs to happen in order to reopen our local economy.
Governor Tim Walz is moving forward with plans to reopen the economy in our region by partnering with other Midwest governors. So what would that look like for Rochester? I sat down with 2 experts who laid out what they believe could or should happen in the coming weeks and months. It's the question on protesters and everyone's mind. When will life relatively return to normal?
If I thought we could go back to work tomorrow, that's exactly what we would do.
As governors across the U.S. begin collaborating to reopen their economies, family medicine doctor Charity Baker believes the time is now.
It would be in everyone's best interest to get back to work, and I think it'd be in everyone's best interest to get back to school.
However, economics expert Race Hardy says what we'll likely see locally is a drawn-out, step-by-step process to prevent the coronavirus from rebounding with disastrous results.
In Minnesota, there's the bill to get a 12-pack of beer and a couple bottles of wine with your takeout. I mean, those are moves that are being made to gradually add to that reopening.
In order to avoid a complete economic collapse, Dr. Baker believes lifting the stay-at-home order now is in the best interest of local business.
Everybody loses as long as we stay quarantined and distanced from each other, and things will improve from an economic perspective for sure when we all get back to work.
Of course, with lives on the line, the health implications of reopening also need to be considered. And Hardy says that means having increased testing capabilities in place.
We need the rapid testing as far as I'm concerned, which would then help getting things reopened.
In the end, whether it's immediate or in the coming weeks, both experts agree we need to move forward with a clear plan to prevent an economic collapse.
I think we can all move forward safely going to work and doing those things, but becoming more functional from an economic perspective.
I just don't want us rushing through that tunnel to get to that light because I don't think we're ready yet.
So we've turned to the experts, and each seems to have a differing opinion for when the economy should reopen. It's part of the reason why we don't have a timeline for that yet. However, we do know that there are several key factors that Governor Walz and Midwest leaders will consider when making that decision. Those include enhanced ability to test and trace, sufficient healthcare capacity to handle a resurgence, and best practices for social distancing. In Rochester, Jessica Bringy, KIMT News 3.
And we'll continue our 5-part series After the Outbreak, Reopening Rochester tomorrow night, where Jessica will be finding out how local, state, and federal governments all play a role in making decisions about reopening.
We track storms to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
And I'm joined now by KIMT